Hey there! So today I'm bringing you the review of a flashlight that it's probably something that you've seen before, and it's not a recent flashlight. I reviewed it on BudgetLightForum a while ago, not this one, but a similar one that I modded meanwhile. And well, recently I got this one that it's brand new from the store flashlightgo.com. Please check the description to see the link of the store. And well, if before I did the written review, now I will do the video review. You can also find some more information about that about this flashlight in the written review of BudgetLightForum. So this is the Rovyvon A23, the old version, not the new version. This one has the Cree XP-L HD, not the Nietzsche version, and it is a cool white emitter around 65,000 K. It produces around 1,000 lumens according to the specs, and well, it should reach 150 meters, but it's actually lower than that in terms of overall range. Here on the box you can find some quick information about the type of battery. That is a removable battery. I will show it during the review how you can remove it, and also the information about the types of LEDs that this one can use. And of course, well, you can buy it on the Flashlight store, Flashlight Go store, or also on the Rovyvon store. So let's open it and see what's in the package. Let's put this aside, and here you have what's inside. So this is the flashlight, this is the warranty card. You can put the model number here, date of purchase, says a serial number and all that stuff. And here you have the user interface, the user manual. This one is all written in Chinese in one side, on I don't know it's eventually Chinese or Japanese on this side as well. Sorry, yes, Japanese over there, and also in English. I will leave this here and soon we will go there. Also, this is the included USB to micro USB cable that has to be plugged in this part of the flashlight. I will show it in a minute. And just to finish seeing the accessories inside this bag, you have a spare O-ring. I will show it where to put it. The split ring and the Rovyvon branded lanyard, which is adjustable here. This one can be put on this hole in the tail cap or in the tail of the flashlight, or here on the pocket clip, as you prefer. And you can also make a lanyard from this paracord rope. Later on I will show it what I did with the version that I bought a while ago, and it can be also useful. As for the split ring, it can also be put in this part here. Well, I will not do it, but well, you can see it can be put in here. And concerning the O-ring, just a while I will show it where it can be put. So I will leave this here just so that I don't forget. Rovyvon A23. So this is the switch, front switch, and from here you can operate all the flashlights. stainless steel clip. Here on the back you have the serial number and the store. You can remove it if you want it by retrieving these screws. And here also on the tail cap you have the micro USB ports. I have a cable here that I'm not sure if it will fit. Yes. So you see this red LED indicating that it's charging, and if it was charged it will be blue. So this part here will be blue. Be aware that not all of the micro USB cables fit in here because this is a tight space, so you can use the included one that fits perfectly, and you can use other ones that have like a smaller head, not a big chunky head. And that's it. This will go to the side, and you can also add some tritium vials here in this groove or in this groove on the other side. Oh, here you see the TIR optic. It is a clear optic, not a frosted one, as I will show it later on. And how to operate the flashlight? Well, to turn it on, you have to double click. And it goes to the last mode that you have used for 3 minutes. So if you want to memorize, let's say, low, medium, high, or turbo, you have to use it during 3 minutes and then switch off the flashlight. So now we're probably on low, then medium, high, turbo, low, medium, high, turbo, and to turn it off, just a longer click. So a single click does nothing, 2 clicks turn it on, and then single click to advance in modes, and a little bit longer click to turn it off. You can also have access to Moonlight mode with 4 clicks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and here you see the lowest mode, that is Moonlight. If you click, it turns off. So 1, 2, 3, 4 goes to low, 1 click to turn it off. You can also have access to SOS and Strobe with 3 clicks from off. 1, 2, 3. This is SOS, and then Strobe warning. You give it a click and it's strobing. And then you click it again, it goes to SOS. And if you do a double click, it does nothing. A single click advances, and a longer click goes off. This is probably a con for me in this flashlight, so you always have to press a little bit longer, 0.3 seconds to turn it off. So it's not an immediate click for on, click for off, and hold to advance. It doesn't do that. You can also have access to Momentary Turbo with a long click or press and hold in this case, and if you release it, it will stop being on. This is another con. You don't have, well, you have access to the lowest level, that is a Moonlight with 4 clicks. You can also memorize the highest level available by using it for 3 minutes, and it will be a continuous on. And you can memorize any of the other 4 modes, low, medium, high, and turbo, of course, and access to the double click. But then, well, you don't have a specific access to turbo, continuous on turbo, without being through that mode. That is a con for me. I normally like to have like a double click for turbo or something like that, and you don't have it on this flashlight. But having the possibility to have a burst mode, momentary mode, just by pressing and holding, it's quite nice. Concerning the UI, it's everything. I'm going back to this to let you know that when the voltage is low, it will blink red. Let me see where is it? Yeah, this indicator will be on when the battery voltage is lower than 2.6 volts, right here. And of course you have the explanation of the user interface here on the user manual. I will leave it here so just you can pause it if you want. And I will show you the first part. It will probably take 1 hour to charge. I guess I tested it back then and it really took about 1 hour to be fully charged. So now starting to dismantling it, because if the battery is replaceable, you have to be able to dismantle it. And you do it by unscrewing the head from the tail. And here you see, not sure if it's visible or not, you have the O-ring over here where you can put this one. This O-ring here is to replace the one that's here on this part. And well, let's see how we can remove this. And that's it. It's a simple touch. In the end, if you want to replace it, so you see here is the battery. You can buy this module from Rovyvon. This is the whole circuitry. Let me put it this way. Well, I will not focus too much because it's not needed. But well, you can replace it, and then you just have to be sure that you will align it with the USB port, and it's aligned. As for the head, you have 2 screws over here that you can use to remove the driver if you want. I will just show you. Let me see. Well, I'm probably doing a bit of not good stuff. I've did it before with the other ones. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to open the head and show you how it's built. And here it is. This is a brass pill with a driver on the lower side, on the bottom, and inside you have the PCB. I cannot remember if it's copper or, but I guess it's a DTP, direct thermal path, MCPCB. I'm trying to figure it out, but I'm not sure. And here, of course, you have these pins will connect with this brass ring over here to make contact. So you can see how it works. As for the TIR optic, it's over here, and it also has a O-ring over there. It's not very visible because it's, well, almost transparent. You see it over there in the inside. And I will put it back together so that we can continue this review. We are back, and be sure that the pill is really screwed until the end so that it doesn't have any rattling or something. Can you hear something inside? I guess it's probably the metal switch. So be sure that everything is really tight, so it's on. Let's try to show you how the beam pattern looks like. So you see that there are some artifacts over here, over there, because, well, it's a clear optic, and this is, of course, a cool white emitter, so you always see those yellowish parts, probably not visible on camera, but you will, of course, have it on if you are hunting a white wall. See those rings over there? Well, some artifacts. Despite this, the flashlight hits around, well, 60 meters, 70 meters, around that, in terms of actual range with this optic and with this LED. You can also replace the LED and use something different there, and it will be well, more or less, it will have more or less range. Now I would like to show you, this is my original A23, which I modded a while ago. Inside it has a Luxian V2 4000K, I guess, or 3000K, I cannot remember. And this is a frosted TIR optic. The rest is the same in terms of circuitry and operation. This is the lanyard I did, so you know how it can be used. And this is a glow-in-the-dark tape, reflective one, so you can locate it easily. And I will compare this one with this one, so you see that you have a more focused beam on this one, a broader beam, well, like this. Well, it's not actually visible on camera. This one has a tighter hotspot, let's call it that way. This one is more wider, and this reaches farther distances, unlike this one, because of the frosted TIR optic. In any case, well, imagine that you want to use neutral or cool white LED with ICRI. It will be nice under this optic. So some size comparison. These are the Rovyvon A23. I will compare it with other flashlights. So the Olight S1R Baton 2, shorter. This one is another Rovyvon flashlight, the S3, which is, well, shorter but larger, bulkier. And two other small flashlights. This is the On the Road M4 and the On the Road M3. So if you want to compare it one by one, this one is larger, this one is taller, the Rovyvon, and of course this one can have different batteries inside with more or less capacity. This is a triple LED, larger, shorter, and also brighter, probably this one. And user interface, it's different as well. So with this, you have one click to access lowest mode, and then you will, well, also have the short burst for turbo, and the rest of the user interface is more or less similar to this one. Concerning the On the Road M4, it's shorter, it's, well, a bit larger than the Rovyvon, and this one is USB-C, while this one is micro USB. And finally, probably the most compact, which is the Olight S1R2. It's around the same diameter, more or less the same, and of course this one has some specificities. Again, from the Rovyvon family, this is the A8 well, it's the new generation. I cannot remember which is the, it's the Aurora A8, which is bigger than the A5 and all the first generation Rovyvon Auroras, and it also has these LEDs, auxiliary. Sorry, 1, 2, 3. It's the UV and red, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Also amber LED on the side. And I will put this here. This is another Rovyvon, which is taller, and it's of course a different shape. So like this, and the bigger one, it's the Angel Eye E300S, which I also modified a while ago. So this is part of my Rovyvon family here. I will just give you some measurements. I will give you some measurements. Well, also compare it with two of my EDC flashlights. This one is an Egotech D25C modified with triple LEDs. It's smaller, well, it's shorter and it's thinner than the Rovyvon, the Egotech, and this one is the Wurkus TS10, which is also a very compact flashlight, triple LED. And well, in terms, these are not keychain flashlights, of course. This one is more or less like a keychain flashlight or EDC. I used my original one for a while, then well, I bought others and they've replaced it. But this one, it's a robust flashlight. You see that it felt, well, it got bent a little bit here, but it's still working really well. I am very careful with this part here, and it never gets got water inside, and the rest is working flawlessly as well. So very robust one. Just to give you some measurements. This is the length, and this is diameter. Of course, it's not the most compact one, but well, it's also not the largest one, and you can put it in your pocket. This one is a fabulous retention clip. It's really sturdy, it's really nice, and it's, well, it doesn't tear your jeans or whatever, but it gets a really good grip. And just some weighting here. Hello for you too. So 50 grams, 49, 50 grams. If you want to add it, it adds a little bit more. And if you want to remove the clip, well, you can also add a bit less than that. Well, overall, the Rovyvon A23, it's a really nice flashlight that I would probably recommend to anyone not being a flashaholic or an enthusiast. Well, it's quite sturdy. It's really versatile in terms of user interface. So you have a direct access to the lowest level, and you have the Momentary Turbo, and you have the 4 regular modes, and they don't mess with the blinking modes. 1, 2, 3. So it's a very good option for personal use or for a gift, and you can also choose it in the Nichia, which is an high CRI emitter. And as you've seen, you can replace the internals, both the LED or the battery parts. Just you will have to stick with the driver. I guess they don't make it any different than that, and the circuitry is made to be used with this driver. But it's pretty much it. So take a look at the flashlight store, flashlightgo.com, and of course Rovyvon. Support the brands always. And well, if you have any comments or any questions, leave it on the description, on the comments below. And see the previous review I've did, well, not the previous review, but review I did previously with the same flashlights and also the modification. And you can see some comparison beam shots, long beam shots, short beam shots. There is no Pwm visible naked eye or in the camera with this flashlight, which is also great because other ones, previous versions of the Rovyvon's A lines at it. This one doesn't, and it's well, it's a very solid option. I know that Rovyvon has launched a new line of A23. I hope I can review one of them soon. But meanwhile, you can also check this one and know that it will be a very good option. Rovyvon normally does some sales, and I believe that Flashlight Go also have some discount codes. So check their sites and see if you want to get these flashlights. You will have a good option there. And that's it. And have a nice day, whenever it is.